With the help of Vitruvi and Quill, we've gotten a lot of practice reading and to some extent writing bricklayer code. We're now going to build on that understanding and learn how to write programs in a visual format using an app called BLite, which is short for Bricklayer Lite. BLite programs are constructed from puzzle pieces called program blocks, which can be selected from the left column of the editor. So what I want to do now is just create a small BLite program that places a couple of rectangles on the grid. So the first thing that we need to do here is open the bricklayer library that we're going to be using. And in this case, you don't have any choices. It's going to be the level 3 library. Now, notice how this puzzle piece here, this program block, looks like it's missing a piece on the right side here. So to close that off, you need a semicolon. And once you do this, you have now opened the level 3 library. Next, we're going to create a base plate. And so the base plate is like a Lego base plate or a grid. And it also needs a semicolon to complete its piece. And what we have done now is we've created a 2x2 grid. So a very small base plate. There's a drop down here. You can make the base plate bigger all the way up to 128 by 128, which is a fairly large piece. But I'll do it for this example. Maybe I'll do a 16 by 16. So what we're going to do next is we're going to have a sequence of function calls. And these are put function calls where we're going to place rectangles having various shapes and colors at various positions. So again, we need a semicolon to close off these puzzle pieces. And the moment I do that, actually, I'm going to do this. Let me back up a little bit. I'm going to create a program that immediately shows what I've created, what I've put. So I've put a 1x1 at the origin, which is down here. I'm going to go ahead and change the color. Notice if I change the color, it immediately updates. I can change the size. Now what I have to do here is I'm going to have to type in some text, and that means I can make a mistake. So for example, if I typed in a letter, this isn't going to work, right? So I have to type in an integer here, and I can do this as well up here, and it updates automatically, and I can also change the position. So that's my first rectangle. Now I'm going to slide in another one below here. It'll automatically do this. And the moment I've done this, the program that I've created right now is incomplete, right? It is missing this semicolon right here. And BLite will tell you this, right? So it'll give you a hint as to what the problem is, both visually and in text. And in this case, again, I need to complete this block with a semicolon. And now I have a blue rectangle and a white rectangle, technically a square here. And this is my pixel art. So in this way, through one puzzle piece at a time, one put function after the other, you can create pixel art. And this can take a while. So you might not be able to complete your pixel art in one sitting. So what you want to do in that case, right, is you want to save your code. So if you save this code, you get an XML file down here. So this is a Bricklayer Lite. And in this case, I have done a lot of these. So this is the 20th one of those, and it's a .xml file. So that's the file that I'm going to need you to submit along with your image for this picture show. I can also save an image of what I've created of my wonderful pixel art. And this becomes an image right here. And I'm going to go ahead and clear this now and show you that I can load this XML file. I need to go to my downloads folder. And I'm going to go to this XML file right here. And if I open it, poof, I get my program back. So what that means is I can take this file and move it to another machine. I can put it on a thumb drive or so on, right? So this is an important thing to note. So now I can continue on with my pixel art, build another piece. Let me make a different kind of a mistake here. Suppose I have a piece that's too big to fit. Then it will tell you that, look, this rectangle that you're positioning is too big to fit in this space. You need to either make the rectangle smaller or move it somewhere. So I'm going to make the rectangle smaller, make it 6, and I'm going to change the color a little bit. Okay. So that's pretty much the essentials, the basics that you need to create pixel art using BLite.